Yesterday evening, I was about to post my reel on Instagram and I did, and I was just waiting for it to get published because it was just loading. And if you post a reel on Instagram, you have to wait a few seconds for it to actually load and publish. And I saw this other post. It was a successful guy, a rich guy on some sort of a podcast. I didn't know who he was, but he said something very interesting. He said, anyone who chases success or is dedicating their life chasing success day after day after day, at some point in their life will go through a phase where they speak to no one. They don't have friends, no girlfriends, no people to talk to. They're just by themselves. And I found it very interesting because I was one that, for the most part was introverted ever since I was born. But over the last year or so, I'm not kidding when I say this, I've had zero friends. And coincidentally enough, that is the same time that I even discovered self improvement and started taking action towards improving my life. Every successful person that I've ever seen, on some TV show, interview, on YouTube, whatever, for the most part, I've always mentioned how one who tries to improve himself and, tries to chase that success will eventually go to a phase where they're not really speaking to anyone. Their friends may call, ask to hang out, but he refuses. And they go through a period of just intense isolation where they're focused on nothing but progress, either that be on themselves, on their business, whatever it may be. Almost every, let's say, family function or event I go to, I'll get people asking me, oh, why are you so lonely? Do you have any friends? And it's such an awkward situation because I can't be like, oh, I want self improvement. I don't want to be friends with degenerate people. I can't, they're not gonna understand me. And it's so frustrating. It's like I get so pissed off when they ask this question because I can't explain them why I'm not really speaking to people. But the truth is, I really just can't relate. And it's not that I don't want to be friends with people. It's not that I'm genuinely trying to push people off. Every time I speak to people, I just can't find any interest in them. They speak about the same damn boring things that every immature kid sounds like. And if you're on self improvement, and you have not gone through this phase, then there's a very big chance that you're doing something wrong. You most likely have some low quality people in your life who you call friends just because they've been with you for a long time. But unintentionally, or even without you noticing, they may be the ones dragging you down. Perhaps you want to work, but they're like, oh, come on, you're a nerd, you're gay to go to the gym, you're cringe for working every time, come on, have some fun. Those are the guys that are bringing you down and you're not really realizing it. These people are dangerous, because it's like you won't know it and you don't want to let go of them, but they will slowly but steadily bring you down. What happens is basically you're trying to improve yourself and get to this level. And let's say you're at this level and they're here. You want to get to this level, but you're already here. These guys, they don't want to work up to your level. They don't want to put in the effort. It's so much easier for them to bring you down to their level as well. Why do you think all the popular athletes, all the famous people who've done so well, who have achieved a great life, they all have haters? Why do you think it exists? Why do you think haters exist? Because they're jealous. Every Instagram post, oh, you look this way, you did not do well in this game, you suck, whatever, whatever, whatever. It's just because they're not good enough. They're not as good as the other person and they don't want to put in the effort to be. Hence, it's just so easy to, pick up a keyboard and then start typing. And those might be your friends. The truth is, if I've once I've spoken about this, if you can relate and you actually know that you have people like that in your life, as hard as it is, you have to cut them out. And you don't have to go and be like, oh, I'm on self improvement, I don't want you in my life anymore. That's ridiculous. But slowly but steadily, ignore them. Don't listen to them. Don't go out with them. And that is if they are the type of friends that I've mentioned right now. Because honestly speaking, it's better to have no one and work on yourself than have people who only bring you down. And as an outcome of this, your family members, the people that or odd uncle that you meet at the gym, all these people, the little conversations that you do have, trust me, you will appreciate them a whole lot more. I have never relished my family's presence more than I have over the past year or so. People view loneliness as a bad thing, but when you're progressing in life, when you're just focused on your own self, you're just developing, you're just understanding yourself, you're understanding your emotions, you're understanding your strengths, your weaknesses, what are you good at, what are you not good at. and you're just racing past other people in your life. They may not even realize it, but in 5 years from now, results will do the talking. People may often question, why you're alone, why you're doing what you are, but the truth is, you just have to ignore them and believe that what you're doing is right, and just don't let that get in your path to success. Yeah.